everybody, welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the, how did we call this? We said it was going to happen and it happened, and it's not cool that it happened, but here we are news. Looks like Crystal Dynamics is the next developer on the old Embracer Group chopping block, as the Tomb Raider and Avengers developer was forced to lay off employees this Wednesday, which is sadly, as we predicted on this very show earlier this week, something we knew was going to happen. According to a post made by Crystal Dynamics, the developer laid off 9 brand marketing and 1 IT employee due to internal restructuring and the need to better align the studio with their current business needs. However, Crystal Dynamics wanted to let the player base know that these layoffs wouldn't affect any current projects in the works. We want to reassure our fans that there will be no impact to our continuing efforts with our partners at the initiative on Perfect Dark, or our next Tomb Raider title being developed in collaboration with Amazon Games. So now many people are asking, is the end finally in sight for Embracer Group layoffs? As of now, probably not. Embracer Group CEO Lars Wingerfors says company is seeking outside investment for some projects to avoid some layoffs. But also, ultimately, we are making decisions to either restructure or downsize some teams, and there will be a few cases of closures. So unless Embracer finds the golden goose of video game investors, I don't think we've seen the end of layoffs, and I'm sure we'll see a few more before it's all over. In other news, just this morning we found out Division 3 is in the works from Ubisoft. And no, you didn't miss some special stream or big event. They just kind of announced it on a blog. The post in question wasn't even about the Division 3 itself. In fact, the Division 3 is just a casual mention in a piece that specifically focuses on Julian Garrity, the previous creative director on the Division 2. According to Games Radar, Julian Garrity will become the executive producer for the Division once Star Wars Outlaws is shipped, and among his first duties will be creating the development team for the third entry in the Tom Clancy subseries. And yeah, granted, subtle announcement, but the hype across social media this morning has been really big. People love Division, and getting a new one, if anything, it speaks to Ubisoft's confidence in Garrity's work on Star Wars Outlaws, and it makes me excited for Star Wars Outlaw. I'm a fan of both of these, so good news story all around. And then the weirdest yet somehow, yeah, that seems totally plausible news. Elon Musk, the man who, for a short period of time, we all thought was as cool as Zephram Cochrane. No one's as cool as Zephram Cochrane. He invented the warp drive anyway. The man wanted to be in Cyberpunk 2077, and look, mister, there's only room for one asshole in that game, and it's me. According to PC Gamer, while Elon's then partner Grimes was recording her part in the game as cyborg pop star Lizzie Wizzy, the erratic tech billionaire turned up with an antique firearm to insist on being included in the game. The studio guys were like sweating, Grimes is quoted as saying. Musk adds, "I told them I was armed, but not dangerous." Which is just an incredibly unhinged move, but also hilarious. I mean, this is Musk we're talking about, so unhinged kind of comes with the territory. Now, here's the thing. There are some folks out there who say Musk is in the game, particularly in a segment during the prologue. But the likeness isn't really there compared to other cameos in the game, so, I'm not going to make that stretch. Although, I do know someone you can find in the game. He is right near your apartment, and let me tell you, dude needs your help. Like, just keep driving, get him to the Ripper Dock kind of help. He is on fire in places that shouldn't be on fire. Help that dude out. Anyway, that shameless plug for Cyberpunk and me was brought to you by Patreon? Sure. Patreon.com/Jesse Cox. Thanks, everyone, for helping the show function. And more importantly, hey, did you know that a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth preview is up on the channel? I got to play the game. I have some thoughts. I want to share them with you. So go over and check on that video. And that's it for me. See y'all tomorrow for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.